Okay, hello and welcome to this third day for Microsoft Azure AI 102. Today, we are going to see three more modules. In this case, we are going to see the conversational AI and the Azure Bot Service, uh, getting started with computer vision and developing custom vision solutions. This is one of my favorites. Okay, guys, so let's start with this very first module. I hope you're doing great today, guys. So let's start with this conversational AI and service and the Azure Bot service. The agenda for this module is is the is this one. Is we're going to see the bot basics and how to implement in a bot and the guidelines for implementing a bot. So let's start with bot basics. There are many ways to use a bot. But here are some of the most common ones. When interacting with a bot, users can turn starting new actions. Users' participation in a conversation of the transmission of a message are examples of activities. The messages can be text, can be audio, or graphic interface elements such as a card, such as a buttons, and we have the flows. These flow activities can form a dialogue in which state is held to manage a multi-tone dialogue. Information is shared using a wide range of techniques, including online chit chat, email, Microsoft Teams, and others. Okay. And these following techniques help make it possible for bot solutions to run on Microsoft Azure. We have the Azure Bot Service. This is a cloud service that makes it possible to send bots through one or more channels and connect them to other services. We have the bots framework service. This is a part of Azure Bot Service that handles bot activities through a REST API. And we have a Bot Framework SDK. This is a set of tools and libraries for building bots from start to finish. The REST interface is hidden, so bots can be built in many different programming languages. There's another way to create bots, and it's not mentioned right here, and it's called Bot Composer. Let me show you right here. Okay, give me a sec, guys. Where is the okay Bot Framework Composer? It is opening. Give me a sec. Okay. Okay. This is another way to create bots. This is focused on visual interface in order to create it's the easiest way to create these bots. Okay, as you can see, you can create these dialogues this with a visual interface. We can set the responses, set some properties, create the branches if and else. Everything I can do in this framework composer. I can do it in the SDK, but this is the easiest way to create a bot. Okay, here I have a little demo right here, but let's see the entire theoretical part, and then we are going to back to this part. Okay, guys. So, but just to mention, this is another way, and in my opinion, this is the easiest way to create a bot. Well, this and the Q&A maker that we already saw yesterday. Okay. So let's continue. Remember, guys, if you have any question, you can post it in the Q&A section, and my friend Fernando will answer everything. Okay, so let's continue. So the Bot Framework SDK give us as software engineers a large set of tools and libraries they can use to build bots. These SDK can be used with several programming languages like C Sharp, JavaScript, Python, Netcore, Node.js, and so much more. Now, the easiest way to get started with the Bot Framework SDK is to base your new bot on one of the templates it provides. We have the empty bot. This is a simple bot skeleton. We have the echo bot. It's like a simple hello world sample in which the bot responds to messages by sending the message text back to the user. For example, if I write like, hi, how are you? The bot will respond, hi, how are you? That's all. And we have the core bot. This is a more complete bot with common bot features like integration with the language understanding service. And we can test everything in something called Bot Framework Emulator. And let me show you right here. This is the Bot Framework Emulator. You can create your bot, you can build your bot, and then you just click on Open Bot, and you just need to type the URL, the app ID, if it is in Azure, and that's all. You can test your composed bots, your local bots from SDK, your Azure bots, everything you want, you can test it right here. Okay, now, guys, there are different ways to implement the logic for how to handle the activity. The Bot Framework SDK has classes that can help you build bots that handle conversations by activity handlers. These are event methods that you can change to handle different kinds of activities. The dialogues. The dialogues, well, the conversations here with many turns that require more complicated patterns. For simple bots with short, stateless interactions, you can use activity handlers to create an event-driven conversation module in which events are triggered by things like a user joining the conversation or a message being received. When something happens in the channel, the bot framework service calls the process activity function of the bot adapter and sends the details of the activity. The adapter makes a turn context for the activity and sends it to the bot's turn handler. Now the turn handler then calls the activity handler for each event. Okay, so here we have everything I just say. This is a little diagram in how the activity handler and the adapter works. Okay? Now, we can use the dialogues for more complex conversational flows where you need to store state between turns to allow a conversation with more than one turn. This Bot Framework SDK Dialogues library has several dialogue classes that we can use together to give our bot the conversational flow it needs. Well, there are two common ways to put together a bot conversation using dialogues: the component dialogues and the adaptive dialogues. In the component dialog, well, a dialog that can hold all the dialogues which are defined in its dialog set. It's called a component dialog. Most of the time, the first dialog in a component dialog is something called waterfall dialog, which sets up a series of steps that the conversation follows. It is common for each step to be prompt dialogue so that the conversational flow is just asking the user for information one step at a time. Before moving the output to the next step, each step must be finished. For example, a pizza ordering bot could be described as a waterfall dialogue in which the user is first asked to choose pizza size, then asked to choose toppings, and then asked to pay. Then we have the adaptive dialogues. These adaptive dialogues is another kind of container dialogue in which the flow is more flexible, allowing for interruptions, cancellations, or context switches at any point in the conversation. In this type of conversation, the bot starts a root dialogue. Keep in mind that root dialogue. This has a flow of actions which can include branches, it can include loops and triggers that can be started by action or something called a recognizer. The recognizer looks at the natural language input. And usually we use the language understanding service, MO. The recognizers use this natural language and finds intents. Remember the intents, the intention of a user, the intention of a utterance, which can be mapped to triggers that change the flow of the conversation, often by starting a new child dialogues with their own actions, their own triggers, and their own recognizers. For example, for the pizza ordering bot, this can start with a root dialogue that simply welcomes the user. When a user types a message saying they want to order a pizza, the recognizer picks up on this and uses a trigger to start another dialogue with the flow of actions needed to get information about the pizza order. The user now could enter a message at any time during the pizza ordering dialogue to say, I don't know, that they want to do something else, like cancel the order, add some, I don't know, add more cheese, add pepperoni, add pineapple, I don't know. The recommendation for the pizza order dialogue could be used to change the flow of the conversation. But keep in mind this, guys. Using dialogues makes a bot more flexible than one that only uses activity handlers. But it can be harder to program. So you can code dialogues with the Bot Framework SDK. But my recommendation for you guys, if you want to build bots with complex dialogues, maybe you might want to use the Bot Framework Composer because it is easier and it has a visual design interface. Okay. Well, now, how can we deploy a bot? Well, actually, we saw that. Let me show you once again. We can use Portal Azure. We can go to the language service. We can go to the uh, let me take a look because I think I just deleted the language service. Yeah, I just deleted. But remember, with the language service, with this Q&A, frequently asked questions, we can deploy this module and then we can deploy a bot. But if you want to, you can go to create a resource. Let's take a look, I don't know, and look for a bot service. Uh, Azure bot. Let's click on create. Bot handle. Bot handle. Cloud week. My resource group. AIRG. Global, regional, it's okay. Change pan, okay. Should be on create. Let's click on create. And let's wait a couple of seconds here, guys. Okay, now it is deployed. Okay, Now I have my bot, but this bot it contains anything. I can test. I can test anything because I don't have any code. I don't have any flow, anything. We can start from bot SDK and then deploy it to this bot handle Cloud Week Azure bot or or language services or using the bot composer. For example, we can publish our bot if you want to, but this is the easiest way to create a bot. It is simple. Just look for Azure bot and fill the details, and that's all, guys. Okay. Okay. Now let me show you this bot real quick. Okay. This bot is called Weather Bot. Okay. So I'm going to click on Start Bot because this can take 2 or 3 minutes in order to start bot. But let me show you. We have the adaptive dialog. Okay. This welcomes the users. Okay. Let's see what is happening. So when someone is added, a member, a user opens the bot, okay, it says, "Hi, I'm your weather bot." Okay, I'm going to open this. Okay, and after that, it is prompt for text. What's your name? Okay, and if you can see right here, I can let me close this real quick. Save the information. Who is talking about? Who is the username? In this case, the property is user.name and send a response. Hello, user.name, nice to meet you. Let's see, open the web chat. What is your name? Leo. Hello, Leo, nice to meet you. Okay, kind of, uh, kind of easy or dumb, but what happens if I say, tell me the weather? Okay, what's happening? What's happening, guys? Okay, uh, weather request. Remember the intent recognizer using the natural language uh, understanding service. Okay, the dialog. It is the intention is get weather. Okay, this is the get weather. When it the text I say something about the weather is going to rain or something like that, it will triggers this another dialog. It is called get weather. Okay, and now it is asking me for the city. Okay, my city it is Mexico City. Okay, and what happened here, guys? The bot asked me for the city. Okay, well, the bot, no me, save this city as a variable, then send an HTTP request where to an open API. This API is called API Open Weather Map.org data weather blah, blah, blah. Okay, it is just an HTTP request. Okay, then if the response it is status code 200, okay, set the properties, get the properties for the response, and send the response in a card. As you can see, weather for Mexico City, it is clear sky, okay, and 13 degrees. Okay, let's see, it's true. Okay, Mexico City weather, okay, it is 12 degrees, it is okay. And yeah, notice the 3 a.m. right here, guys. Okay, let's continue. But this is the simple ways to the easiest ways to create a bot because you can just I don't know, maybe send another response, ask a question, create a condition, looping, manage properties like create a variable and so on. Okay, this is the easiest way to create. And if you want to publish, just click on publish, manage the profiles. You just need to add another one and publish to Azure if you want. And Azure, but you obviously need to sign into Azure, select the subscription, and so on. You can also add a knowledge base, like a language service, okay? The user's input, the bot responses, and so on. Okay, let's keep in that mind in mind that guys, because this is the simplest way to create a bot. Okay, now let's talk about the implementing a bot and the bot design principles. Just give me a sec, you guys. I'm going to get some water. Give me just a couple of seconds, guys, please. Okay, I'm back. Thank you, guys. Okay, now let's talk about the bot design principles. This is kind of, uh, we need to talk about this. It's kind of boring, but it is necessary to talk about this. Before starting to make a bot, it's a good idea to spend some time thinking about some rules for good bot design. Keep in mind, in the end, everything that makes a bot successful has to do with giving the user a great experience. Okay, so let's talk about the factors influencing a bot's success. So the first one is the bot discoverable. Uh, okay, I just saw a question. Okay, somebody else feeling bad connection. Okay, okay. Thank you, Madupa. It is already answered your question, Tirta. Okay. Okay. So let's go back. So the first one is the bot discoverable. Users won't be able to use the bot if they don't know about it. Integration with the right channels can help make something easy to find. As an example, a company might use Microsoft Teams to help people work together. If you connect your bot to the Teams channel, it will be available in the Teams app. In some cases, putting your bot on a website is all it takes to make it easy to find. Remember yesterday when we make the bot from the language service, and then just I copy this iframe and paste it in my HTML. For example, this is the first support page on your company's website. A question and answer bot can be the main way the customer interacting with your company. It is simple as that. Now, is the bot intuitive and easy to use? Whoa, the harder a bot is to use, the less people will utilize it. Users won't return to a terrible user experience. Keeping that in mind, guys. Okay, it is so important. Okay. Now, is the bot available on devices and platforms that users care about? Knowing who your customer is a good place to start when thinking about these factors. If only make your bot available, for example, Microsoft Teams, but most of the people you want to reach use Slack, well, the bot won't do well. It will require users to install a new piece of software they have never used before. Now, can users solve their problems with a minimal use and bot interaction? Well, even though it seems illogical, success doesn't have anything to do with how long a user talks to the bot. Users want quick answers to their question of problems. If the bot can solve the user's problems in a few steps as possible, the user's experience will be a good one, and they will be more likely to use the bot again or even help you to promote its use. And last, does the bot solve the user's issues better than alternative experience? Okay, if a user can get the same answer through another method with less work, they are less likely to use the bot. For example, when you call a company, most of switchboards will give you a list of messages and options to choose from. Many people keep pressing zero or another key on the keypad to try to get and around the options. The idea is to go to straight to a live operator or a tech who can help, a person who can talk. So now, let's talk about the factors that do not guarantee success. Now, it is possible that you like to construct the most advanced bot available. To save your users the trouble of typing in their responses, you may want, I don't know, to include the speech assistance, showing variables such as this might impress fellow developers, but are less likely to impress users. Problems with the user interface could also result. Now, take the idea of minimalism into account. The more advanced artificial intelligence and machine learning capabilities your bot has, the more likely it is to experience difficulties. If its sophisticated machine learning capabilities are required to address the issues the bot is meant to handle, they should be added to the bot. Okay? However, including, for example, natural language processing in a bot design isn't a guarantee of a smooth user experience. Talk circles back around to the question of whether or not the bot is actually helping the user with their particular set of difficulties. The success of a bot does not depend on its ability to have conversations. Rather, it can be measured by how well it addresses the user's problem. And also, you need to take considerations for the responsible AI, the guidelines for responsible bot development. Let me send this link to the Q&A section. Give me a sec. I have right here. Give me a sec. I just sent to the team, and my partner will send you right back. Okay, let's continue. Okay, it might be helpful to look at how interactions work in a traditional app and how they work in a bot. Now, consider this. Consider a pizza ordering application. Users tend to think of the interactions in a traditional application as a series of screens or pages. On a website for ordering pizza, for instance, the user might start on the home screen. Then the user can choose an option to see what pizzas are available. And then this moves the app to the select pizza screen. In this screen, the user can choose a pizza and make changes to it. Lastly, the users might to choose to check out, which will take them to the place order screen where they can give information about payment and delivery. Okay, a bot might work in a similar way. With each screen being replaced by a conversation that asks for the needed information before moving on to the next step. The most important thing is to think about what you want your bot to do for the user. Then make a conversation flow based on dialogues that will help you get the information you need and quickly reach a solution. Now, the bot framework composers, uh, as you saw before, sorry, use adaptive dialogues that can deal with unexpected flow as break in conversation or planned flow. A consumer who wants to purchase a pizza can be in the middle of the process when they decide to add an extra pizza, alter the pizza size or toppings they first choose, or even cancel their order and start over. Okay, an irritating snag in the discussion might arise when a bot is unable to adjust to changes in the user's line of questioning. Okay, so a better design will be use this adaptive dialog that lets you handle the interruption and change the direction of the conversation while keeping track of the state so that relevant information you've already gathered can be kept. In some cases, you could also restart the dialog or reset the state as needed. Okay? Okay, let me go back right here. For example, here we have the adaptive dialogues and not adaptive dialogues. So, for example, in this case, your order, 1 medium pepperoni pizza, checkout, choose an option, pick up or delivery. Oh, I forgot it. My mother wants another pizza. Add another pizza. Valid choice. Choose an option. It is awful. It is not recommended. In this case, with the adaptive dialogues, your order, checkout, okay, please choose an option, pick up or delivery. Okay, I just remember add another pizza. Okay, what size? This is like the both composer I just show you. It says, hello, I'm the bot, the weather bot. Tell me your name. Okay, my name is blah blah blah. And then I ask for the weather, and then the recognizer recognize the intent from the utterance. Remember, the utterance, it is the whole text, the whole idea, and the intent is the intention. In this case, is Adamor Pizza. In the previous demo, it was know about the weather. Okay. Now, how you present the bot and its parts to the user is an important part of the user experience. You can make a bot with the following features. Text. This is a typical lightweight interaction that involves showing the user's text and having the user respond with the text input. We have the buttons. These buttons giving the user a list of buttons to choose from in a bot. For example, from ordering pizza, you might decide to use buttons to show different pizza size. They are individual. They are yeah, individual or visual way to show users that their options are, and they look better than text. And we have the images. Using images in the bot interaction gives the bot a graphical look and can make the user's experience better. And we have the cards. Let's you give to users different messages that can be seen, heard, of choosing, and they also help the conversation flow. Okay, so let's see our module review. You want to enable a conversational customer support solution through both email and web chat. What should you do? I will give you a couple of seconds here, guys, and please answer to yourself, guys, or if you want to Q&A section. give you a couple of seconds here. Okay, let's see the answer. And the correct answer is C. Create a single bot and deliver it through both web channel and email channels. This is the easiest way. Okay. Okay. Then the second one, you have created a bot using a Bot Framework SDK template. Which tool should you use to test it locally? Visual Studio Code, Bot Framework Emulator, or Bot Framework Composer? We already saw this, and even though I showed you the application. Okay, let's see the answer. It is, remember, Bot Framework Emulator. So, when might you use waterfall dialog? Couple of seconds here, guys. Okay, and the answer is when you want to guide the user through a sequential series of steps. Okay, thank you, guys. This is the With this, we finish this module, so let's continue with the next module, okay? Let me open this module real quick. Okay, so this module is getting started with computer vision. This computer vision is one of my favorite services of cognitive services. Okay, so let's start talking about this. Our agenda will be talking about analyzing images and then analyzing videos. Okay, so the goal of computer vision, this is a subfield of artificial intelligence, is to enable computers to make sense of visual data, such as pictures and videos. Now, the purpose of computer vision service, the Azure computer vision service, is to help you get information from pictures. It, this service gives us features that we can use for description, the object detection, the face detection, the image metadata, category classification, and so on. But let's talk about these features. For example, the description and tag generation means coming up with a good caption for an image and finding the right tags that can be used as keywords to describe what it is about. For example, if you have, I don't know, a person walking with a dog, the computer vision will say that person walking with a dog. If you saw, I don't know, Pearl Jam uh, in a scenario, the computer vision, it will say a band playing in the scenario, or even though you can say Pearl Jam playing in the scenario. Okay. The object detection it is the process of finding and locating specific things in an image. Face detection is the process of figuring out if there are faces in an image, where they are, and what they look like. The image metadata, color, and type analysis is the process of figuring out an image's format and size. its main colors, and whether or not it has a clip art. Category classification, sorry, identification is figuring out what kind of thing the image is and if it has any well-known landmarks. And we have also the brand detection. This is the process of figuring out if a known brand or logo is present. Moderation rating, if the picture has any violent or adult content. The OCR, or this called optical character recognition, is a process of reading text from a picture, and the smart thumbnail generation. This is the process of finding the most important part of an image so that the smaller thumbnail version can be made. Okay. Now, to analyze an image, you can use the analyze image rest method or the similar method in the SDK for your preferred programming language. You can tell the method what parts of the image you want to look at, and well, if you select some categories, whether or not to include details of celebrities or landmarks. This method gives you back a JSON document with the information you asked for. This one. Okay, here we have a little problem, guys. The celebrity recognition is now limit behind a limit access policy, which users needs to apply, but takes time to get approved. No, it is not immediately to new customers. Let me send you uh, this this documentation, this link, because it is important to keep in mind this. Just give me a sec here, guys. Take it. Um, Here we have. Okay, here is the uh, yeah, it is this one, but I want to send you where you can um, ask for permission. Give me a sec. I think it is this one. Yeah, please API. Yeah, yeah, it is this one. Uh, okay, it's in this document. I can find it, but right here is something. It is this one. Submitting a registration form. You need to send this form. Well, in this case, you or your company needs to fill this form in order to get this celebrities recognition and Face ID recognition. Okay. Okay. Let's continue. But we can see a little demos Microsoft offer us. See the demos from computer vision. I'm going to send this again to you guys. In this case, computer vision, let's click it right here. For example, here we have the computer vision demos. We can select an image, for example, this one, and we have the tags: building, road, vehicle, street, yellow, busy, curve, sidewalk, and so on. And description: a yellow car on the street and has 55 confidence. Racy content doesn't have any content racy and any adult content. You can try another image, for example, this one. We have the tags and the description. Cool that, guys. No? Okay, we can read the text and image. So for example, for it to street, right here, for example, no pet crossing, use the crosswalk. Another one, let's take a look at this one. Okay, Herman Melville, square one way. Okay, let's see. It is able to read the handwriting in the image. Example, here is a transcript. Still cut oats with apricots, cranberries, and spices, served with yogurt or milk. And we can recognize celebrities and landmarks. For example, we have the Saria Nadella, okay, and we have the landmarks, okay, Statue of Liberty. Okay, I saw a question. The stream is stopping always. It is only me. I don't know, guys. Any of you have any problems with the stream? It's frozen to me. Okay, let me take a look if it's my internet, guys, or it is a problem from the platform. I don't think it is my problem. My internet is just okay. But let me um, let me stop sharing my screen and I will share again my screen, okay? Okay, guys, let me know if you can see my screen right now. Okay, so I think it's okay. Okay, let's continue, guys. Okay, now let's talk about the smart crop thumbnails. In apps and websites, thumbnails are often used to show a smaller version of images. For example, a tourist site might show a list of tourist attractions in a city with a small representative thumbnail image for each attraction. The full image will only be shown when the user clicks on the details page for a specific attraction. The computer vision service lets you create a thumbnail from the source image with different dimension and aspect ratios. You can also use image analyzer to find the main subject of the image and make that the focus of the thumbnail when cropping an image to change its aspect ratio. This ability to find the area of interest is especially helpful. Okay. Now let's talk about the video analyzer. Okay, let me see the Q&A right now. Okay. Okay, guys, if you have any problems with the stream right now, don't worry. This is going to be recorded and you will be you will have this on demand in the next 10 business days, okay? Sorry about that. I don't know It seems to be a problem with this on24 platform. Okay, so let's continue. And after we are already going to finish this module, and after that, I'm going to give you a 10 minutes break in order to see what is happening with this platform. And let's after that we're going back and hopefully it is resolved. Okay, so now video content is becoming more and more common for both business and individuals. For example, you could use a cell phone to record a live event, or you could record a teleconference that combines webcam footage with the showing of slides or documents. Because of this, video files contain a lot of information, and you may need to pull out this information to analyze it or to help index it so that it can be searched. The service Video Analyzer for Media is made to help you get information out of videos. It gives you features you can use for face recognition, that is the process of finding specific people in an image. Remember, this needs approval from those with limited access. The optical character recognition, that is the process of reading text from a video. We have the speech transcription. This is the process of turning of spoken words in a video into text. We have the topics and list the main things talk about in the video. We have the sentiment, is an analysis of how happy or how sad is different parts of the video are. Labels are tags that point out important things or ideas in the video. We have the content moderation. This is the process of finding out if a video has adult or violent themes. Um, and scene segmentation it is a way to break up the video in its parts. Now, Video Analyzer for Media has built-in modules that can recognize famous people and brands and turn spoken words into text. You can make Video Analyzer better at recognizing things by making a custom model for people. You need to add pictures of the people you want to be able to see in videos and train the module. Video Indexer will then be able to find these people in all your videos. Keep in mind, as part of our responsible AI standard, this only works for people with limited access. Language is your company uses terms that aren't commonly used. You can teach a custom module to find and transcribe them. Brands, you can teach a module to recognize certain names as brands, such as to find relevant products, projects, or companies for your business. And lastly, animated characters. This is a funny one, but you may also want to be able to find individual animated characters in a video, in addition to recognizing real people. For example, if in your company you have any avatars, you can use it. Even though you can do a video analysis task in a video analyzer for media portal, you may want to build custom apps that use this service. You can do this in two different ways. You can use video analyzer for media widgets. You can put the widget that lets you play, analyze, and edit videos in the video analyzer for media portal in your own HTML interfaces. You can use this method to share what you've learned from certain videos without giving other people full access to your video analyzer for media account. And the video analyzer for media API, you can get subscription key by subscribing to REST API that video analyzer for media offers. Sorry. Then you can use subscription key to access the REST API and automated tasks like uploading and indexing videos, getting insights, and figuring out where video analysis widgets should be placed. Okay. Give me a sec, guys. Okay, yeah, it is a problem with the platform, guys. Sorry about that. Uh, as I told you before, well, let's finish this module, and I will give you 10 minutes break in order to see if this in this 10 minutes the technical person or technical team can do something about this problem. Sorry about that. Okay, let's take a look real quick to the module review. Uh, the first one, you want to use computer vision analyze image function to generate an appropriate caption for an image. Which visual feature should you specify? In this case, I don't know if you can see right now the stream, so I will answer for you guys. So in this case, the answer will be description. Then, what is the effect of a smart cropping option when using computer vision to generate a thumbnail? In this case, the answer is the region of interest is centered in the thumbnail. And the last one, if you want the video analyzer to recognize colleagues in your videos recorded from conference calls, what should you do? In this case, the answer is create custom model containing a person for each colleague with example images of their faces. Okay, so this is all, guys, for this module. Don't worry, I'm going to give you a 10 minutes break in order to uh, okay, my team is confirmed. Will they will try to fix the problem as soon as possible. So I will give you 10 minutes break, guys, and we come back to continue this session. Where is it? 10 minutes, right here. Okay, guys. Sorry about the problem. See you in 10 minutes. Okay, sorry guys, I think I was muted. Let me go back once again to this to the slides. My bad. Okay, once again, uh, uh, Fernando just sent you in the Q&A section that the recording will be provided for you later, and it will not contain any lag that you may experience it now. Okay, so thank you guys for that, and once again, sorry for I was muted. And let's see the last module that is developing custom vision solutions. Once again, the agenda will be image classification and object detection. Image classification is a common problem in computer vision. In order to categorize, or in this case, classify an image, the software, or in this case, the, the module, must look at it and figure out what it is. In this module, we're going to see how custom vision service let us build our own computer vision models for image classification and object detection. Okay. With a custom vision service, we can create with our own computer vision models for classifying images or finding objects. In order to do so, the custom vision solution, we need to do two things. First of all, we need to use already labeled images to teach a custom vision model what to look for. After that, we need to make a client that sends our model new images so it can make predictions. To use custom vision service, uh, we need to provision two kinds of Azure resource. We need to provision a training resource. This is used to train your models, and this can be either cognitive services resource or custom vision training resource. For training, for prediction resource, we can use the client application, we can use the cognitive services resource or the custom vision prediction resource. So what is the image classification? Once again, is a computer vision technique in which a model is trained to predict a class label for an image based on what it is in it. Most of the time, the class labels has something to do with the images in main subject. For example, in this picture, we have been put into a group based on what kind of fruit they show. The modules can be trained for multi-level classification or multi-class classification. In multi-class classification, there are many classes, but each image can only belong to one class. In other words, an image might be associated with multiple labels. Now, the object detection is a type of computer vision in which a model is taught to find the presence and the location of one or more classes of objects in an image. For example, an artificial intelligence powered out checkout system in a grocery store might have to figure out what kind of items a customer is buying and where they are in the store. There are two parts to prediction for object detection. The name of each object class that was found in the image. For instance, you might figure out that a picture shows one apple and two orange. And after that, the position of each object in the image shown as the coordinates of a box that contains the object. Use the uses of custom visions portals interactive interface to label image for object detection is the easiest way to do it. This interface will automatically suggest areas that contains objects. We can add tags to these areas or change them by dragging the bounding box around the object you want to label. So also, You can train the model after you've tagged an initial set of images. The Smart Label tool in the portal can help you label new images in the future. It can suggest not only the regions, but also the types of objects they contain. You can also use the labeling tool like the one in the Azure Machine Learning Studio or the Microsoft Visual Object Typing Toolkit. This is another tool. This is another service to take the advantages of their of other features like assigning image label tasks for multiple team members. Okay, so let me show you how can we do that. This is pretty easy. Just let me take a look if I already has. Okay, I already has a trained model right here, but I want to show you from the scratch. Okay, so I'm going to go to portal.azure.com. Then I need to create a resource. Then here I need just to look for custom vision. Press enter, and that's all. This is the one, custom vision. Click on create. And we have two options. Remember, you can create both of them or just prediction or just training. In my case, I want to create two options, both of them. I'm going to select my subscription, my resource group. In this case, I don't have anyone. I'm going to create a new one, AI 200, sorry, 200 source group. Name will be custom vision out week. Okay, week. Okay, it is already taken, so that week one. Okay, okay, it is free. So here we have training resource and prediction resource. In this case, I'm going to select standard for both of them, and then click on review and create, and then click on create. Let's wait for the deployment. Let's give it a couple of minutes, guys. Okay, it is almost done. Okay, it is done. Let's click on the resource group, and here we have the prediction and the training. Okay, as you can see, we have the custom vision resource. So in this case, like the language service or the cognitive service, we don't have anything right here, just the keys and endpoints, the pricing tier, and so on. Right here in the overview, we can click on the custom vision portal to go to the custom vision. This is another portal. We need to sign in. And let me show you with pictures of my cat in order to create an object detection project. I'm going to create a new project. In this case, it's going to name Tiki detection module detection. Tiki is the name of my cat. Okay. The source resource. Okay. What is happening? Why is not showing my resource? Give me a sec. Okay. Why is not showing my resource? Give me a sec, guys. Probably need to create a new one. No, probably it's problem from cache. Well, don't worry. I already have one project right here. I just want to show you how to create this custom vision AI. Okay, don't worry about the other. It's probably is for another directory, or it is from a problem from my cache. So here I have the already my module, but let's start a new one from scratch. Okay, the name once again: Tiki detection to test purposes. My resource right here. I have a custom vision. In this case, which type of project? In this case, classification or object detection. I just want to detect my cat. In this case, is object detection. The domains will be something like start from a template. If you want to go to products on shelves, logos, or in my case, I want to go to general. So let's click on create project. Okay, and now we need to gives an images to train the module. It is minimum recommended to give well minimum 15 images. You can add as more as you want, but in this case I'm going to add like 16 images. And keep in mind this: it is just these formats and just up to 6 MB per image. Okay, so let's click on add images, and I already have two folders right here: my training and my testing. In this case, I'm going to take the training, and I'm going to select all of them, click on open, and upload the 16 files. Okay, here we have my cat, Tiki. So what's next, guys? As you can see, we have the tags right here. So I need to add a tag. In this case, my tag here is Tiki. Click on save. And let's move to untag images. Okay. So now we need, this is the boring part, guys. It is a supervised model training. So we need to do this uh, in the, well, manually. Okay, as you can see, where my uh, cursor is, my pointer is showing like a box. It is this the smart label tool. In this case, I want to select my cat. We can resize this and select the tag, Tiki. Okay, then click on next. Once again, here is my cat, Tiki. This is the boring part, guys. Okay. Here is again, Tiki. Once again, let's see. Okay, Tiki. Once again. Okay, right here I need to resize this. I think it is okay, like this. Recommendation gives to the gives this to the custom vision to the module different images, different colors images in order to get better results. Okay, okay, we have Tiki. You can use the smart label tool, or if you want, you can do manually like this. Okay, we're almost done, guys. Don't worry. almost done. This is another image. Okay. Let's continue. Like this one, it is recommended to give some images with different colors, black and white, and so on. And this is the last one. This is a tough one, but as you can see, the smart label uh, recognizes my cat. Okay, okay, and now we can close this model. And as you can see, we don't have anything in this tab, in this untagged tab. Uh, as you can see on the tags, tagged, we already has 16 images with my cat. Okay, so now what's next? Just need to click on train, and we have two training types, the quick training and the advanced training. This can take up to 1 hour or 96 hours in order to get better results. In my case, I want to take quick training, and it depends on the batch of images. It can take 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 1 hour. Okay, so I'm going to click on train, and we need to wait right here. Okay, this is another boring part, so I'm going to skip this step because I already have an, a module, a train module. Okay, so I'm going to back right here. I'm going to select my first module, this one. Okay, here we have my train module, my first iteration. It says I have a 66.7% of precision. So let's make a quick test. So I'm going to quick test right here. We can send an image URL or a browse locally files. In this case, I'm going to browse locally, and I'm going to select the testing one. So for example, I'm going to select this one, and let's see what happens. Okay, as you can see, we have a lot of objects because my threshold value is set to 15%. Recommendation, guys, set this to 70%. Modules about 17%, 70%, sorry. It's a good module. Okay, so, okay, it is recognized 99.7% confidence that it is sticky. Let's take a look another one, this one. Okay, recognize real quick, and take a look another one. Sticky, okay. Okay, right here. And this is a tough one, but my module already knows that it's sticky, and it has 95.5%. It is okay, guys. And we have our predictions right here. And we can delete it, okay? Or we can improve this to move the object. Okay. And that's all, guys. How cool is that, guys? We can create our own module, object detection model in a couple of minutes. Well, a couple of minutes because the training part it is taking uh, longer than I expected, but it is cool, right, guys? No. Now, what happens? Okay, after the module is training, we can publish this into prediction, and we have the prediction URL. And if we have an image file, how can we do that? Okay. Now, tell me, guys, what happens, or what do you think if I gives another cat image in my module? Tell me in the Q&A section, please. In my case, I'm going to look for cats images. Example, this one. What do you think is going to happen right here, guys? Is going to detect that cat is sticky, or is not, is going to detect anything? Let's discover, guys. Okay. It is detecting that this cat is sticky. So what we need to do in this case, we can make two things. One is add another object, another tag, like, I don't know, second cat, or I don't know, Miss Puss, or whatever you want, and train the model again with these new cat images. Or we can opt to another image classification in order to detect and classify the cats. Picky cat, another cat, cat tree, and so on. Okay, guys, this is all for the custom vision. I hope you really enjoy this session, these demos, and I don't know if you have any questions, any concerns uh, about these demos, about these modules. And if you don't have any questions, well, this is all for today, guys. We are going to see you in well, in 1 hour, I think, in the lab and Q&A offline sessions. I'm going to stay right here if you have any questions and if you want to make questions in the Q&A sections. And thank you guys again. I hope you're doing great, and see you in the next session. Thank you.